I'll look for them for you.
I'll look for you.
We can work together and find them because it's not me.
Hello, and welcome to the Miraculous Ladybug New York Special Analysis. Spectacular. Today we are doing an analysis of the Miraculous Ladybug New York Special.
Yes, and by analysis, we're just gonna give our thoughts.
Yeah.
I watched it twice.
I watched it 3 times.
Yeah, so just gonna go through, see what we thought about it. You know,
the highlights, the low points,
mm-hmm.
the surprises. There were a lot of surprises.
Yeah. All right, so let's get into the New York special.
The New York special.
So,
will you give a synopsis of what the New York special?
No, we don't need a synopsis. Go watch it.
Okay, go watch it and then come back.
Yes, and then come back here. So, starting off, for first impressions, we were excited about it.
The intro was like Marvel. It was giving us strong Marvel vibes.
It was, and it just looks very theatrical compared to the regular show,
exactly.
And we appreciated that.
Yeah,
it's like, something different.
It made you feel like you were watching a TV special.
Yes. Anyway, first thing I noticed, I think you noticed the same thing too.
Yes.
Was Marinette's voice? It was very how do you say?
Very mature.
Yeah, it sounded like a grown woman.
Yeah.
I said, I'm sorry. Since when did Marinette turn 27?
Yeah. I remember you saying that. She's giving me 27 vibes.
Yes.
And she's supposed to be 14. So that's a big jump when you sound 27.
And I got used to it. I didn't like it at first.
Yeah.
I'm still not sure if I like it, but I'm okay with it.
Because it sounded like a grown woman was crushing and obsessing over a 14-year-old boy at some point.
It did.
I was like, this is a little odd.
But they said it's the same person, right?
Yeah, it's still Christina V. It's the same voice actor.
So when I found out it was the same person, I'm not as upset. So it was okay.
Yeah.
They use less auto-tune or something. I don't know.
Yeah. And Thomas Astruck actually responded to a fan who asked the question of why their voices were lower. And he said, this is the season where Marinette is growing up. She is maturing, so her voice is going to reflect her growth.
Yeah, in some ways more than other.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes she's still very much so.
And squeaming.
Yeah.
Squeamish.
Very squeamish.
Yeah. She still can't sit next to her crush on a train ride, which is very concerning.
But we'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
So the second thing I put in my notes was, well, let's go to your second thing. Mine really jumps a lot.
Oh. Marinette's confidence. She was super confident in the beginning of the show when they're talking about, we're going to New York for a friendship week with Paris and the United States. And they're like, we're super excited. But then Adrien is sad because since his father is very overprotective and really strict, he's not allowed to go, which we all assume. And then Marinette was like, no, we have to stand up for a friend. I would never let a friend down. I'm going to vouch for you. So she goes to Adrien's father's house, the Gabriel household, the Gabriel Agreste household, and she vouches for him. She's just like, you have to let him go because he's my friend and we all want him to go. And I thought, wow, like...
Yeah, she came in there real aggressive like.
Her ladybug was showing, you know? Her ladybug was showing.
Your ladybug is showing.
Right.
She said thanks.
That's what I really liked.
I'm gonna go in, so I agree with all that, whatever. Or whatever. My second notes was the purple hair lady. Okay, so when they were in class, the science teacher.
Oh, Miss Mendelea.
Miss Mendelea. How like pissed and sad she looked when they said, "Oh no, she's going with us," and she was like,
"Yeah."
All sad, really sad. Didn't really do much for the show, but I felt for her.
People said that. They said it was a random moment that didn't have any resolution.
I feel like sometimes you gotta have random moments like that. Like it doesn't really matter, but you might as well have something happen. Like she's having her own. She's the main character in her own story. Yeah. So let's let her have.
She's having her own plot, her own climax.
But that's actually people. People don't be caring about you. So.
And it's only because the other teacher, I'm forgetting her name, but there's a favorite teacher. They've had episodes where it's established that all the characters love this teacher.
Yeah, but she was pregnant.
She was pregnant.
She got knocked up, so.
No, she had a baby with her husband.
Well,
she still knocked up.
She's still kind of knocked up.
She wanted to expand her family.
I also have that a big moment for me was when Marinette. So the whole situation, Marinette didn't text Adrian.
Oh yeah.
So she went over there to tell Adrian's dad about he deserves to go on this trip. She was really pleading his case, and then she I guess fails to text him or tell him, oh yeah, your dad said yes.
Your dad said yes.
So then when Cat Noir was going to Ladybug, he's like, yeah, have a great trip, Ladybug. I'll stay here in Paris. And this was like a full day.
It was.
After Marinette.
It was that night.
Yeah, so I'm like, Marinette literally went home after talking, had time to go home.
Change.
Maybe go turn to Ladybug.
Yeah.
Do this whole adventure and failed to text Adrian. Or not even just her, none of her friends.
I was thinking that too, because you best believe Nino was there.
They were all there.
Yeah,
they were outside the door.
All of the friends were there. So I'm just real confused on why Nino didn't text him. But
maybe they wanted it to be a surprise. I guess I could see that.
Okay, that's a good example.
But it ended up
I would have liked a little moment of explaining that. A little moment of them saying, bro, let's text Adrian and let him know we can come. Yeah. And then them saying, that was a good impression, by the way.
Because I killed that.
But then Marinette's like, no, we should make it a surprise. Like, that would have been cool. Just a little moment in case some of us made that connection. Well, I didn't. Because later, this becomes an issue. The fact that Cat Noir didn't know.
It does.
It becomes an issue.
That whole stuff. But,
yeah.
Oh.
I think that's early on.
That is early on. So basically, this stems from one scene.
It stems from literally one clip.
Just the scene where
because they didn't have to, but they did.
Yeah, it's the scene where he's looking out the window and he's talking to his assistant. But she's like in bed, and this is us reading into it.
It's us reading into it.
This is a kid's show, but it just seems like.
Show, but it's also a friend's show.
She's obviously in her bed. I don't know if she's relaxing. Is she sick? Who knows?
Because she gets dizzy spells a lot because she uses the broken peacock Miraculous, which drains your energy. So she is sick a lot. Yeah. But it was the fact that she was on one end of the bed.
I don't think it was that. To me, it was. I didn't notice that.
She's on one side.
I just thought it was funny that he has a relationship with his staff where they're sleeping in a bed in his house, and then he's going in there just talking to them while they're in bed. That seems like you're like awfully close to your like assistant.
Yeah.
I don't think he'd be doing that for the his bodyguard. For the gorilla guy.
No. Just chilling in his room. Hey, what you doing?
But yes, I definitely noticed that too. I wrote Marinette sabotages her chance to sit next to Adrian.
I would have been if I got the opportunity. She got the opportunity to sit directly
Why can't she sit next to her friend?
Thank you.
People sit next to friends.
Friends a lot.
So.
As soon as he came on the plane, he ran up to her and was like, hey, Marinette, like, what's your seat number? Let's, maybe we're sitting together. And they were.
Damn.
But she was too squeamish and was like, I can't sit next to my crutch. And it's like, I would have been all over it.
So I would have sat on. No, kidding.
I would have sat on it.
I would have sat on him.
I would have been like, what are we listening to? I would have already had that aux cord where you can connect two different headphones.
Yeah.
I would have already brought that in case, because you got to stay ready. If you know you're going
Just in case
I get the opportunity to sit next to the one I love, you have to be ready.
I agree.
I would have been ready.
You gotta be ready.
Did you think that Adrian's actions on the plane, going out of his way to talk to her, do you think it was just being friendly, or did you think that it was...
No, I think it was friendly.
Okay.
Like I told you this before, I feel like since he probably really appreciated the fact that he went to his house and talked to his father.
Absolutely.
To convince him to go on this trip.
That's big.
So if somebody did that for me, I'd be getting her back too. Like, yo, you're an A1.
Yeah.
Like, you obviously care a lot about me, so let me return the favor.
Yeah, let me interact with you.
Yeah, so she showed herself to be a really great friend. So he's probably just trying to, show her that same respect.
Yeah.
I will say though, so on my notes, it was completely unrelated to Adrian and Marinette. It was Techno Pirate. Do you find out his name? Is that it?
That's his name, Techno Pirate, yeah.
So he's a villain who steals technology.
Yes.
That just kind of made me upset. Tell me why this guy decides. Keep in mind, he didn't know that Adrian and then we're Cat Noir. He didn't care.
No.
He's up there robbing a random plane.
A random plane.
So if you're out here trying to steal technology, why would your first instinct find a plane that's thousands of feet in the air, which is harder to get to?
I guess he can fly.
Why would he just not go to an airport where there's many planes, some that are unattended?
Yeah.
And just steal the ones where he could easily get away. Instead, he chose to find one that's 5,000 feet in the air. And then harder to get to, and would end up killing a bunch of kids.
Many casualties.
He could have saved lives and gotten more planes if he would have just stole some at the middle of the night at an airport. Now, this is totally unrelated to the show.
Maybe he's a reckless, malicious kind of techno-pirate.
Maybe he wanted death.
As many deaths as possible to make a bigger, to bring call notice to the United States.
I just would hope he'd notice now that it's harder to rob a plane that's currently moving. The next one I have is hot dog scene. I jumped for really far.
Okay, they're in New York. They've arrived.
Yes, the hot dog scene was a lot for me. The hot dog scene is obviously the most famous one.
Yeah,
that's gonna be the one people remember.
Isn't that the one that they released as a little promo?
Early, I didn't see that, but I would imagine they would because it's the romantic.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it's funny. I wrote down. That was it. Marinette's friend,
Alia
already had the song that they
pulled up.
Okay, so this is either best friend goals or everybody just knew, but she knew this was their song. Immediately, mm-hmm. She's like, "Oh, let me get their song together and then play it real quick." Mm-hmm. She already knew.
She already had it.
So she played that
song
on
YouTube.
And then, on top of that, Adrian immediately knew that was their song that they danced to a year ago. And I think, okay, if you like somebody, that's the only way you're gonna remember.
You pay attention to moments where you're one-on-one.
Because I don't have this is our song with people I don't like.
No.
Or me personally.
I don't remember most. If I remember conversations with you, it's because I really like you.
Yeah.
I don't remember conversations with people that I just.
You remember conversations with your friends. I remember we talked about that.
I do, yeah. If you're my friend, I do remember conversations.
But remember,
I like my friends.
This is our song. I'm like, I don't think I have a song with friends.
Yeah. I
just don't have a lot of friends. So.
Or if you don't have a lot of friends, it's easier to remember. Yeah, I got these good too. So I think so. But yeah, that's a good point of that. Is Adrian starting to catch feelings for Marinette? Because he's remembering.
He's remembering things.
Can we talk about when she finds out that Cat Noir is in New York?
Yes, because they're in the museum.
They're in the museum.
That's also where my next note is as well.
Okay. They get locked in, I'm trying not to summarize, but that moment where she's like, Cat Noir, what are you doing here? He's like, what are you doing here? She's like, where's Marinette? She's like, I got her to safety, but why aren't you in Paris? He's like, I'll explain later.
Can I cut in there for a second?
Yeah.
Because this is the part I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Because
you mentioned that.
So, as soon as Marinette trains into Ladybug, and same for
Adrian.
For Adrian, they both transfer.
Yeah.
Cat Noir comes up and says,
Where's Marinette?
Where's Marinette? And I'm like, And then Ladybug says, I put her to safety. If Cat Noir is not Adrian, why wouldn't he come by and say, hey, where are the two teens?
Thank you.
Where are the two teens? Where's Marinette and Adrian? But he had no regard. He could care less where Adrian was. Because he's him, obviously.
Because he's him, yeah.
But then Ladybug didn't say, where's Adrian either?
No, she wasn't focused on that.
It's just funny that... Obviously, Ladybug was worried about why Cat's even there.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to figure out, if you saw Marinette, you would have saw Adrian too. They're both in the same room. They're the only two people in that entire room.
Yeah.
So this just goes back to the conspiracy, how are they not figuring it out?
No, it's two. They have figured it out. And I love those episodes. There are two episodes where Adrian puts two and two together and says, maybe Marinette is Ladybug. But then there's that episode where she literally cloned herself and shook hands with Marinette as Ladybug. So if you see that, that wipes away any suspicion.
I forgot about that. That's true, and I get.
And he did the same thing. He had his friend Wayne, who's obsessed with him. He had him put on his outfit and was like, "Thanks, Adrian, for helping. Thanks, bro." So they both have seen Adrian and Cat Noir and Ladybug in the same room, shaking hands. is.
It just sucks. When I saw that, I was like, I'm sorry. Or you can ignore the fact that he did that. But yeah, that was good.
If you've seen stuff like that, so the directors, they're trying to cover their tracks.
Why is it okay that people in America can unmask each other in front of each other and it not be the end of the world? But for some reason in Paris, that's an issue. Like, it's a huge issue. Like, are there different rules for Miraculouses?
I think so. Because all the Miraculouses, they come from really ancient, like, China. They come from China. And then once the Guardian, who is Chinese, once he relocated to Paris, he just started that culture and started to give it out to Parisians. So, you know, in China, they're very conservative. You know, it's their culture. You gotta save face, keep respect, honor your family. So, in order to honor and save face, people can't know that you're a superhero by night.
So I guess Americans just don't care about their family.
I mean, we've never been about saving face. We've been about, this is me 100%. We're about authenticity and freedom. But we've never been about conservative.
Yeah, we want all the glory.
We want all the glory, yeah.
When we start saving the world, we're like, yeah, it's me.
Yeah, it was me.
I need a paycheck. Okay, that's good.
I wonder if they do get paid. Do you think they get compensated? Are they on anyone's payroll?
Okay.
Yeah, well, sure.
I have another huge moment for me. I got triggered. So after the whole museum incident, the parents come in. What do you remember their names? I forgot their names.
Captain America. What's her name?
The woman who's Captain, the American person. Yeah. And then the owl.
Yeah, Night Owl.
Night Owl. They come in guns blazing. What are you doing, Ladybug?
Oh,
and Cat
yeah.
Noir? You're not even supposed to be here in America. And then they say, give us your... because
they did, we can't speak over that, because Cat Noir did kill their daughter temporarily. He actually cataclysmed her in the throat.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
I forgot about that part.
He cataclysmed her in the throat, and then she fell dead. So that's why they were like, you're causing so much damage. What is your little miraculous ladybug tool gonna do? She's like, I think I can fix it.
She said, I'll show you.
Right? She's like, I'll show you. Miraculous ladybug.
The reason I was pissed is because he said that Night Owl said that after Ladybug performed a current day resurrection.
Yes.
She literally resurrected their little robot daughter from the ground up. And then Night Owl was still pissed.
He's still pissed. Is your daughter not alive?
She's like, oh no, we still need your Miraculous. If it wasn't for my Miraculous, your daughter would still be dead.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm sorry, we just gonna ignore the fact that she raised your daughter from the dead. And funny thing is, Night Owl didn't go over and check on the daughter. She could care less, which is funny. That's a whole nother family issue right there. Family issue. That's a heart issue.
That's a heart issue.
That's a heart issue right there. Because Night Owl wasn't worried about the daughter.
That's the issue.
She was worried about Cat Noir. But hand clap to Ladybug, Cat Noir being like, yeah, we're not doing that. They bounced.
I love that. They're like, hand over your Miraculous. You'll get it when you leave the country. And then she whispered to Cat Noir,
we ain't doing nothing.
We're not doing nothing. Yeah. And then they bounced.
And who knows? Maybe Ladybug first season would have gave hers over.
Who knows?
She's like, yeah, you're right.
But
nowadays
now.
She's like, no.
Yeah, authority who?
She's like, authority who?
I stopped listening to my parents when I was 12.
Yeah, she's flood.
And Adrian's like, I sneak out constantly. My dad never really knows where I am.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Adrian picks when he wants to listen to his dad.
He does. He picks and chooses.
Sometimes he's hecka scared. Sometimes he doesn't care at all.
I really like the moment where he feels discouraged because he killed a person. Ladybug fixed it. But he still killed a person. And he's like, I can't be Cat Noir anymore. I'm so sorry. Oh yeah, Paris. They look on their little phones to see how their home city is doing, and Paris is in shambles. And Cat Noir is like, well, just go back to Paris and fix everything. And she's like, no, my miraculous ladybug power only works to, like, fix what a villain did specifically. I can't just do it on a villain. I can't do it on multiple villains. It has to be for a specific situation.
It's true.
So she's like, Paris is just in shambles. I can't fix that. And I love that because a lot of the fan base were thinking, when Ladybug messes up, Cat Noir's response is, it's okay. Everyone makes mistakes. I know
constantly extending grace.
Yes, he's constantly extending grace. But when Cat Noir messes up, it's I can't trust you.
She really be on that.
She said that.
I can't even trust you anymore.
Yeah.
How do you expect me to ever trust you with anything?
Yeah.
You're a bad person.
I hate you. You suck.
Yeah.
So I was like, no grace from Ladybug.
She be coming after him, making him feel hecka bad.
Yeah. She was like,
I'm not saying you should kill yourself, but. And I'm like, wow, Cat. I mean, wow, Ladybug. Like, can you get a break?
She can be really harsh.
Yeah.
Because she's a perfectionist.
But then again, she came back and said.
Yeah, because he was like, he denounced his Kwame, like, I don't want to be Cat Noir anymore.
The last note I had correlates exactly with the end of the episode, with the old man coming in and having an attitude.
He came in with an attitude.
He came in truly too hard. I said, and she responded better than I would have.
She did.
I would have been like, first of all, I don't know who you think you are, but you're not my mom or my father, or not even my uncle.
No.
So I don't know who you think you are. It's like,
I need you to explain.
That's you the whole. Are you talking to me? Because I don't know. I said, you're not gonna cook. He said, I don't know what he said verbatim.
I know.
All I know is that he ended with, and I'm having a rough day, and I'm not in the mood.
Not in the mood, child. So he would give it back with no fuss.
He said with no fuss. He said, because I am not in the mood.
Not in the mood.
Give me the miraculous. I said, no, sir. I have 2 words. No, sir. You're not gonna play me today.
Absolutely not.
And she reacted great. She's like, I understand how you're feeling, but let's just work together and we can start a new revolution.
Yeah.
I was like, better than me.
Better than me.
I would have kept moving. You must not be talking to me, so I'm gonna keep going. And then when you learn how to talk to me, like another person,
I'll go and try to look for the person you were talking to.
I'll look for the person. I'll look for them for you.
I'll look for
we can work together and find people because it's not me. Because you're not gonna. Because no one talks to me like that.
No one talks to me like that.
But yeah, I didn't like the way he talked to her. But that might be a me problem.
No, because even mom was like even watching it, mom was like, he said, I'm not in the mood, child.
He said child?
Yeah, he said, I'm not in the mood, child. Give it back with no fuss.
That's some ageism right there. Like, no matter how much you save the world, people still, you're just a kid. Like, I'm a kid who saved your butt.
Right.
Or a Marinette, or a Ladybug. I'm a kid who raised your kid from the dead. Mm-hmm. Like, the only other person to do that was Jesus. So.
Right? So you either call me superhero or call me your Lord and Savior. Because I'm both.
No, we don't say Ladybug's the Lord and Savior.
She do be saving a lot.
She do be saving, but she ain't the Lord.
She's a close second.
But anyway, we didn't go over everything that happened in the movie. This was just our quick thoughts.
Yeah, quick thoughts, highlights.
Oh, we were excited for the Shanghai special.
We are excited for the Shanghai special.
Will it be quick? Will it come soon? No.
No, it might come. They said early 2022.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit.
It's gonna be a little bit.
But
we still got season 4 coming up, and the Miraculous movie, Ladybug and Cat Noir Awakening.
You can't forget that. So we'll be, this is our first video talking about Miraculous, so yeah, this was fun.
I hope to do this again. I really like this.
Yeah, we should do it again. Thank you for watching.
Thanks, guys.
Miraculous.
Go pound it.